Hello, guys. This is Avcoor, and like I said before, I'm going to talk about three heroes this week. I already did the one on Terminator, and now I'm going to do the one on John Connor. This should be pretty easy. I think John Connor is the strongest character in PvP
If we
right
behave
now,
like the machines,
and I
then
don't think
what's
that's
the
going to
point
change for the
in
next couple
winning?
of months. I don't think there's a character right now that they have produced that will compare or compete with John Connor. So with that being said, let's go into his stats. Um, As you can tell, his stats are pretty well rounded, even a little bit on assist. Kind of shocked that the burst isn't as high as, say, for instance, Terminator. But I think the burst should be higher because his damage output is higher than Terminator's. Maybe that's because of the combination of skills. I'm not sure. But from my personal experience, John Connor's damage output is the highest that I've seen, period, in PvP. So let's go into skills. These skills are pretty straightforward, but get complicated as you administer them in battle, per se. So we'll talk about Death Javelin. I think Death Javelin is his strongest skill. People argue against that, but I doubt people will because of the damage output that it produces. So let's talk about it. He goes here and he throws out 3 daggers. So the passive effect is increases spear thrown by 1. Throw spear. Throw multiple spears in front. Deal 121.9% damage plus 558 damage to enemy hit. The spear will stick on wall or ground. Once picked up, can use blood puncture. I think that's pretty good. This overall attack does massive amounts of damage. This is the attack that you want to use more. People would say like you want to dash across the field. You don't want to do that unless you're pressuring the opponent. Um, John Connor actually has a solid long range game, which makes him scary because he can do both. He can do long range and close range, which is pretty scary. They nerf him later on, and there's a couple of reasons why they should. So let's go into Galloping Shadow. As you can see, Galloping Shadow is a dash move, but it actually can track you where you go depending on your speed of your phone and the positioning of you and your opponent on the battlefield. Um, Passive effect Galloping Shadow applies slow to enemies hit, which is really painful. Especially since Connor's game is around pressuring you and cornering you and killing you. This actually slow effect is really good. Galloping Shadow. Connor turns into a phantom and dashes forward, using his hand blade to attack an enemy one time, dealing 155.2% damage plus 717 damage. Picks up spear, blood puncture. After Connor picks up the spear, he stabs the enemy, dealing the same amount of damage, 155.2% plus 717 damage. Blood Puncher can be used once in 4 seconds each time a spear is picked up. That's why sometimes positioning is important with Connor. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward, but gets complicated in his applications because there are positioning opportunities where you can actually use Blood Puncture twice and hit with Galloping Shadow, which literally kills your opponent. So just keep that in mind that when you use your when you use Death Javelin, you actually want to position it to lay down spears in a way that you can use Blood Puncture twice, if you can. If you can't, that's fine. Because in PvP, the battles get really random, and positioning is never perfect. So just keep that in mind. I'm not the best John Connor player, but I played him to get to Ultimate Champion. He has taken me to Ultimate Champion. So yeah, I've used him in that aspect, but perfected him like other people like In the Dark or who's the other guy? Bruce Lee. No, I don't play him at that level. Let's go for his passive. He's got really good passives, but the unlocking requirements are terrible. Mechanical Flesh, which doesn't require you to do anything. Every 20% of HP Contra loses automatically makes a nano core drop to help Contra to recover HP. This skill analyzes hit enemies. Enemies explode when analysis reaches 100%. It creates a liquid machine next to him that pursues and attacks constantly. This is really broken. The second section is more broken than the first part. I don't like the liquefy machine. I think the fact that he can put another person on the field to chase you, so it messes up your game because the auto tracking will actually attack the lesser construct, and John Connor's free to move around you and attack. So I don't really like this passive. I think it's powerful, but I really don't like it. If you're playing John Connor, it's really good. We'll go into analysis and everything like that. Liquid separation liquefies a certain part of Connor's body, creating an extra spear. This is an easy unlock. Infernal Guardian you can do from it's in the guild shop, and you can do training ground, and you can pick it up from Ultimate Championship and boss battle. So this is easy to get. Liquid separation gives him extra spears, so he throws 3 spears. Pretty good. Metallic corrosion. When Galloping Shadow hits enemy, the liquid metal will corrode enemy body, lowering their movement speed. Death Javelin will temporarily slow enemy hit and increase own movement speed. It can only trigger once for a period, which is really good. It helps him pressure and corner his opponents. That's why John Connor's weapons are a little bit more diverse than most. He can use various weapons. Like all the higher level PvP units can use multiple weapons to great effect depending on the strategy you want to use. So you can actually make teams with them that can use those different strategies. So this is one of the reasons why Connor is so versatile. He can slow his opponent down and speed himself up. The JX Barrett sniper rifle can be picked up from advanced training ground. You can get it from advanced training ground. You can get it from PvP rewards. You can get it from team adventure. You can also get it from boss battle. You can get it as a reward in Ultimate Champion. So it's easy to get, not hard. This is where I messed up because I didn't get these weapons. Intelligent analysis, 40% analysis. Attacks on the enemy have a chance to deal extra damage. 60% analysis reduces damage dealt to Connor. This is what makes him really good. 90% analysis, robot HP and attack increases chance to forward combo slash when attacking, which slows the enemy if hit. This is why my Connor game kind of sucks because I don't have a bisque grenade launcher, which either you buy in the shop for diamonds or you do through time limited deals. Excuse me. But this is really what takes Connor to the next level. This is a really good passive. 40% analysis is how much you attack the enemy. So the skill analyzes hit enemies. So you got to hit the enemy and then Connor gets better. This is another one that is really good. Really good. And you need Venom Gun, which kind of sucks. You can buy Venom Gun in the shop. You can. It comes like randomly for 4,500 diamonds. You can actually get it at the limited time shop where you have to roll for it. So you can get Venom Gun, and it's an S weapon. It's just not a good S weapon. That's kind of sucks. Like a bisque grenade launcher is good, but Venom Gun's not. But osmotic analysis is really good because it allows you to trigger this effect very quickly. And once this effect gets started, you're in a good space because these two effects stack on top of each other, and you get a little liquid machine that allows Connor to have a little bit more versatility. He gets very nasty when the machine appears. He's already nasty as a character. He really doesn't need it. You see a lot of professional players who play this game with John Connor not even use it. But for some reason, when I actually get close to beating those guys, the mechanical construct shows up. So it's really good.
This is John Connor. If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
Going over his stats a little bit, his survival is really high because of his passive. He's got control because he's got stun. He's got high mobility, one of the highest mobility PvP units in the game. His damage is really good. His burst is good. His assist is so-so. But he's a 1v1 PvP unit. You can use him in 3v3, but he shines in 1v1. That's where his bread and butter is maximized. You don't have to worry about looking after other heroes. You just attack the opponent and kill them. So that's where this guy belongs. And we'll talk about skins. This is the weird part. He doesn't have a skin that increases his damage. So my advice is none of these skins only like increase your power to charisma. They themselves don't have the effect like next gen can increase his damage. I guess they want to limit John Connor because once he gets a damage skin, he'll be like dangerous. So, and he only has one accessory that I got. So yeah, they're nice skins and whatnot.
This is John Connor. If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
But they don't increase his damage.
If we behave like the machines, then what is the point in
So let's go into weapons and playstyle. John Connor is a very aggressive player that you have to play him aggressively. Of course, like the assault rifle is okay. It's okay on John Connor, which is weird because there's other weapons he can utilize a lot better than the assault rifle. Shadow Infernal Cannon is his friend because he gets close and he can apply damage and he starts to slowly whittle the person down. Stun versus slow locks the opponent in and gets you really good kills. Titan Incinerator is good on John Connor, as a lot of throwers are good on John Connor. I'll go into weapon gallery and throwers. Nether Flame is really good on John Connor if you can get it. It makes him very, very, very brutal because he gets the range of Nether Flame allows him to blast you, close in, blast you again, and the damage increase that this produces increases Nether Flame damage by 8%. Burn effect remains the same, and you get high crit rate. So Nether Flame Devour is actually really good on him. Titan Incinerator is actually really good as well, because you get burn, you get fuel advancement, it increases damage for flame attacks by 8%. You get Titan Incinerator. Each effect stacked up to 5 times increasing attack and defense by 2%, which is really good for him. Increases max ammo. Zombie incineration is useless. Final Flame is really good because he burns through his ammo really quick. And Firepower Advancement is good on anything. Ice Age is good for a couple of reasons. You get Frost Attack, which slows down the opponent, which is really good because of his playstyle. Because he already has stuff built in his kit to slow people down, and once they're slowed down, you just close in. And you get increased movement speed, and you get Plasma Shield, which absorbs damage. Which increases range, and you get Defense Advancement, which is actually solid. Defense Advancement is actually solid, so those are really good for John Connor. Venom Gun, not so much. I guess 10% speed buff. That's not bad. That's not bad. Poison is okay. Poison gas is alright. Critical mastery is alright. Improved spray mechanism. Okay, that's alright. Firepower advancement is alright, but there's better throwers out there. We'll talk about this new one next time because we'll do a video on it. But it's okay. It's really good for John Connor as well. Um, those are really good for John Connor. And if you're on a budget, Blizzard is okay. It's not the best, but you get attack advancement, you get plasma shield, you get thrower mastery. This is not that great. Um, you could get damage increase. You get slow, so for budget, that's okay. And Infernal Guardian is good on budget as well because you get flame burn, you get battle royal. It's all right. Those are actually really good on John Connor. Cannons are really good on John Connor. Golden Crush is one of the best weapons for John Connor because you get explosive rocket, which actually does damage in spaces like detonates on contact, damage enemies within the blast radius, deals bonus damage to mechanical unit shield and weapon pierce. That's really good. Firing mechanism launches 3 rampage rockets if it hasn't been used. That's really good. Critical mastery. And you get tracking, and you get plasma shield, which is incredible. You get massive explosion, which if you can get at 7 stars is really amazing. And explosive modification is really good. Golden Pressure is really good. As far as cannons go, Shadow Inferno Cannon is good. Golden Crusher is good. Abyss Grenade Launcher is good with John Connor. Abyss Grenade Launcher is really good for John Connor. It changes his playstyle where you're trying to confuse the opponent as opposed to just grinding them down in the corner or on top of the top level or something like that. But this is really good. Firepower Advancement is always good. Shell Advancement is good. Inflicts Burn, that's really good. And Pierce, that's really good. Yeah, that's actually good. And HP Advancement is good. Abyss Grenade Launcher is good on John Connor. Dragon Bear Cannon, not so much, which is odd. But Doom Tyrant is amazing on John Connor. If you can get this, man, your John Connor game went to the next level. I've already done a video on it, but this is amazing. Doom Tyrant is amazing. C16 Creator is good too. It's better than Golden Crusher, but I already done a video on allocation of resources, so it's your choice. If you invest in C16 Creator, it's good. For budget, Crusher Rocket Launcher is really good. Assault Grenade Launcher is really good, and Burst Infernal Cannon are good. These 3 are good for John Connor if you're on a budget. Let me see. Golden machine guns are actually all right on John Connor. I would say they're all right. Golden Gatling is actually really good on John Connor. You're playing a more aggressive game, and if you want to play a mid-range game, then Golden Gatling's really good. You have preheat crit. You have bullet advancement. You have lock trigger. Golden bullet is really good. Once you get this defense reduction, that's really good. Firepower advancement is really good. So yeah, I think those are really good. As far as weaknesses of John Connor, he doesn't have that many weaknesses in PvP per se.
This is John Connor. If you're listening to this,
it's just if you can read the opponent's playstyle. The only problem with John Connor is people make mistakes with John Connor, not himself. There's not many flaws in John Connor as a character or a unit per se. It's just a person. You can tell if a person's good or not. And if you see a weakness in their playstyle, they're not aggressive enough. They're not throwing out their spears in the right way, or they're making mistakes. Then you can easily defeat that type of opponent. But if an opponent plays a really good game with John Connor, either you beat them with John Connor or a character that you've trained to counter John Connor. And it's hard to counter John Connor, but one of the things that you can do is use throwers. Throwers like Titan Incinerator helps me kill John Connors because John Connor is always on top of you, and throwers are made for close range. So if you have like a close range unit going against John Connor, then throwers are the way to go. Golden Crusher is good because John Connor gets in close. So cannons are good, and so are throwers if you're trying to kill John Connor. A weapon that kind of suffers is assault rifles suffer against John Connor unless you're good at your aiming and positioning. Sniper rifles are good, but they're not really that great in PvP, and bows aren't that great in PvP. So overall, John Connor is the pinnacle of PvP in Contra Returns. If you get him, use him, and use them a lot. Practice makes perfect. And if you like my content, like, share, subscribe button. I'll get back to you. Have a great day, and laters.